You know you need to be using Canva in your business. And like most people, you probably just feel like you're not efficient when it comes to Canva. Canva trainings have been one of our most popular requests in all the years that we have been doing Gold Digger Girl Co. So backed by popular demand, I am bringing back our creative director, Abby Asensio, to teach you about 10 underrated Canva tools that you are sleeping on. Let's jump in so that way you can master the power of Canva.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gold Digger Girl channel. We are coming in hot with a new Canva episode. And just in case you didn't know, we recently started a new Canva series here, so I definitely recommend that you go check out those videos after you're done watching this one. My name is Abby Asensio and I am the creative director for the Gold Digger Girl. Please let me know in the comments if you are new around here or if you've been part of the Gold Digger Girl channel for a while. We'd love to give you a shout out. So today I'm going to be sharing 10 underrated gems that you probably don't know about with Canva, okay? Every single one of these is going to be extremely helpful to you. So let's jump in. Okay, so for our first tip, I'm going to show you how to blend an image into the color just like you see for this graphic. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go over here and I have my original image right here. I'm going to go over to apps and I'm going to search for image blender. It's the very first one that pops up, the purple one. Don't get it confused with the one that has the big white B. That one does something completely different. So I'm going to choose Image Blender. And right now I'm able to select this button, but just in case it shows up like this for you where it's gray and you're not able to click on it, that's because I didn't select the picture. So you have to make sure that you hover over the picture, click on it, and now that it's selected, you can go over here and click on Blend Selected Image. And you see this line with the two dots? You can start hovering over the dot and dragging it over to where you want your blend to start. So I'm just going to show you a little bit. So if you rotate it this way, you can just kind of play with it. But I want the blend to be here straight. And right now, I'm not sure why. There you go. There it goes again. Sometimes it kind of freezes. So be careful with that. But I want it to be basically on this side because, like I said, I want it to look exactly like this one. So I'm just going to make sure it's here toward the center. I'm going to move this one as well toward the center because, like I said, you can move it anywhere you want, but I want the blend to be here. This is what I mean by sometimes it freezes. So what you can also do is click on the strength if you want it to be just like that, which we don't want that because it defeats the whole purpose. We could have easily just kept the image as it was. We want the strength to be all the way. So that should be okay. I'm going to put it more toward the center because I want it to be very balanced. And I'm going to put save. So now there we have it. And now you can just click on the white part and change it into the black color. And there you go. Now this one, because here it looks a lot bigger. That's only because the image isn't that. It's a lot bigger down there. So here, I'm just going to make it the same thing, bigger. And there it goes. So as you can see right here, it literally just blends in. There's no harsh lines dividing anything. So that's all you have to do. Here's another one that I wanted to show you. So this has multiple images, but I use the image blender on all of them. So here, I'm going to erase this one so you can kind of see. I'm going to erase this one too. So here it is. So I grabbed one picture. This one was a square image and it was the hand dropping sand, but I wanted it to be all around. I wanted this to become like a circle, the blend to be all around. And I just played with the dots and I was just rotating them until I got it. And I did have to do it multiple times. You may have to do it multiple times for one image, but it did it. And now I'm able to place it anywhere I want. And it looks pretty cool because, like I said, there's no harsh lines dividing this picture with that picture. Same thing here. I wanted it to be round. And there you have it. It allows you to get very creative. Okay, so for the next gem that I wanted to show you, it's a very small one, but I feel like it does make a huge difference. And once you learn how to do this, it'll save you a lot of time as well. Okay, so you see how it says the brand connect method, and then it has the trademark logo or the trademark at the end with the TM. Usually, this is what I would do. So I would go to text, I would add my text, I would type in the brand connect method, and that has to be tiny. So then I would just duplicate this, do the TM capital. And then, or I'm sorry, what did I do here? There we go. So yes, we have this, and I would just make it super small, and I would put it over here, right? That's what I would do, just very small. But as you can tell, those, there were multiple steps that I have to do to get those tiny letters. So now you don't have to do that. So I'll show you. So I'm going to start over again. I'm going to get a new box, and then I'm going to type in the brand connect method and just type in TM. You're going to highlight TM. You're going to go over here where it has the A with the lines and the two little dots. And then it tells you where you want the TM positioned, at the top or the bottom. We want the top. And there you go. That's all you have to do. It's super easy. So if you wanted to do something else, I'm just going to show you so you can see. You can highlight ME, go to the A, and you can put them at the bottom, or you can put them at the top. And this is just putting it back to regular. But yeah, you can, if I wanted to highlight this one and switch it over to the bottom, I can. But it's the tiniest little gem, but it does make a difference, especially if you don't have that much time to spend on designing your graphics. Any little time you can save is very helpful, right? Okay, so for the next gem I'm going to show you is how to get your letters to show up this way with a gradient style. Okay, usually we do the gradients on the background, but I don't see the gradient showing up too much inside of the letters. So that's what I want to show you how to make this happen. First, I'm going to go over to apps, and I'm going to type in type gradients, all one word, and it shows up right there too. Here it is, big G with the line with the two dots. And here you can start filling out what it requires. So the first thing I want to do is here, I'm just going to put, let's do the Gold Digger Girl. If you want to skip a line, you're going to literally have to click enter wherever you want to go to the next line. The Gold Digger Girl. This should be good. Okay. And then the next is the font. So what font do you want? I feel like when you're doing something like this with gradient, the thicker your letters are, the better, because you'll be able to see the gradients a lot more versus you choosing a thin one like this one. So let's just click on this one, go back here, and then you can put it toward the center. It gives you the preview here as well. You can put it toward the center, the right, the left. We can do the center this time. It allows you to add more space in between the words. Now let's go back down. And now this is super cool because all of these options were not here before. We only had the option to do linear. Okay, so we're going to let's try to do the mesh one. It's all over the place, right? Your gradient is all over the place. Whereas if you keep this one, as you can tell, it's the lines right here, right? Let's do round, the circle, and you can place it over here and just move those dots to make the circle bigger. And you only see the gradients in the shape of a circle here. So we can do linear for now. That's the most common one. That's the most popular one. And again, you can drag these dots and you decide where you want the blend to start. Instead of going horizontal, you can also turn it vertical. But let's do it right there. And then the next thing is the colors. So right here, if you click on this dot, you're able to choose your colors. So I'm just going to play with it. I'm going to put our brand colors. I'm going to click on the other dot. I'm going to make this our other brand color. Wait a minute, where'd it go? There we go. And then the last color, I'm going to do like a gray. There we go. And now you can go up here again and see it. Even though it gives you a preview right here, I like to see it bigger. So there you go. And again, you can just start playing with it to see what you like better. And then if you have more than 3 colors that you want to add, you can click anywhere you want. Let's say you want to click here. It adds another circle. So let's say here you want to add black, right? It just added black and you can see it darker here now. I would definitely recommend for you to go from a dark to a lighter color, whereas this one I placed the dark color in the middle and it doesn't look very well. But you get what I'm trying to explain. Now, let's say that, you know what? I don't want it because it doesn't look very nice, the black. I don't want it in the middle. I want to move it. I'm going to click on it and delete it. And I'm just going to click somewhere else. I'm going to move this one over so that I can put the black right here. And then I'm going to go above and there you go. And I'm going to pull it out because I want to be able to see more of the colors. And you can just play with it. And again, if you want to see how it would look with the circle, it takes away your colors, but you can easily put them back in. A little tricky here. Let's do gray and then let's do black. Let's see how that looks. There you go. You can make it smaller, bigger. Mesh is all over. And then this one, cone. Okay, there you go. It's not very gradient. It's more just like splitting the colors. That's pretty cool too. Okay. And once you're ready, you can just click on Add to Design and it'll add it over here. Okay, so next, I want to show you some pretty cool things you can do now. And I did want to warn you, some of these features are taking very long for them to appear on some people's accounts. So if you don't see some of these on your account, don't panic. Especially if you do already have Pro and you're not seeing them, it's okay. They will eventually pop in. Okay, so I'm going to use this image to show you. I'm just going to make it bigger so you're able to see it better. And I'm going to make sure it's highlighted. I have it selected. And then I'm going to click on Edit. And this comes up. Select area. It has all, click, brush, foreground, background, and text. So let's say you click on click. You can click on anything here, anything that you see right here, even if it's not select, because right here, it's kind of showing you the different things that you could select. But even if it doesn't show you, like if you want to select on this bush, you don't see the line popping up, it doesn't matter. You can still click on it. So I'm just going to click on Kimberly. And now it gives me a few options. As soon as I clicked on her, it gave me these options of what I can do. But what I want to show you is if you go to adjust, and let's say, you know what, I feel like she's maybe too dark. I want to brighten her up. I can just brighten up her, not the background, which is amazing. If I want to change the contrast, again, just on her, not the background. Or if I want to do vice versa. Let's see, I'm going to click out of here and I'm going to go back. So I'm going to click on it, go to Edit, and I'm going to go to Background. So let's say that the background looks too dark. You can go to Adjust and then just make sure to brighten up the background. Isn't that amazing? Or also, what I used to do before when I wanted my image to, here, I'll show you an example. I'm going to make the white dark. And then this, I'm going to do a light color. Well, before I do that, I'm going to duplicate this. I want to show you what I use, all the steps that I used to take to do one specific design. So, okay, so this one, I'm going to leave it as is. This one, I'm going to remove the background. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to Elements, grab the square, and I'm going to hide this, make it the same color as the background, and I'm just going to do the transparency because I want the background to be very dark, but I want her to pop up. So I'm going to put her, now that I have her here, I'm going to put her at the top. I'm going to layer this to the front. And then you can add your quotes, you can add any type of copy on top of it. But I took all of those steps in order to make this look the way that it looks right now, right? So instead of having to do all of that, let's get back to this original image. So I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to go to background. And I'm going to go to adjust. And I want it to be dark. You see? All of those steps that I did versus this, I just had to click on background and brightness, and there it goes. Because all I wanted to darken up was the background, not her. And there it goes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the easiest little things, but it does save you a ton of time. Okay, so for this next one, it's one of my favorite ones because I used to struggle with this all the time. Have you ever had a moment where you see a graphic, you're like, oh my God, I love this graphic. I'm working on a thumbnail size, which is this size that you see here, but I love this graphic and I need it to take over the entire image. So I'm going to right click and go to set images background. But now it zoomed in too much because of the size of the image. It zoomed in too much, and I can either pick the flowers and forget about the coffee and the keyboard and all of that, or I can choose the keyboard, the laptop, the coffee, the notebook, but forget about the flowers, right? So it's like, oh, it doesn't work out. So this is what you're going to do. So we're going to go back, we're going to detach, and now make sure you have it selected. Go to edit. Go to Magic Expand, and then you want it to be the whole image. It gives you the option to do a square as well, but I want it to be the whole image. I'm going to click on that and then click on Expand. And just give it a few moments. Okay, so here it generated 4 options. The first one looks like this, right? So, and you know how AI works. It's not very perfect. I'm sure eventually it's going to be just perfection, but not right now. So you got to look at your images to see what it did. The first one, it generated another flower, another vase. It looks like a chair. It just doesn't give me, it's not very correct because if now I'm noticing another vase here too. So let me go to the second one. This one looks a lot better. Even though the wall and the table here look a little weird, but it does look better than the other one. Let's go to this one. This one also seems okay. This one seems a lot better. It looks like the desk, the chair, even though the chair is getting cut off, it looks better. It's getting better, right? So I'm just going to click on Generate New and see what it gives me again. Usually when I do this, it does take me about 3 times clicking on Generate before I find a really good one. Okay, so here it generated this one. This one looks pretty good. This one looks good. Okay, this one I'm not liking too much. It's too blended right here. We can keep going, but at least now, let's say we choose... This one looks kind of cool because it looks like one of those desks that's like an L. Let's say we choose this one. We're going to click on Done. And now we have an image that's not zoomed in all the way. And what I love about this is that usually sometimes when you do zoom in, the pixels you can tell the pixels and it doesn't look very clear. It looks blurry, but not for these. So you're going to go over here. You're going to double click on it. And now you can kind of move it around where you're placing it in a way where you do get the vase and the laptop and the mug and everything. And it looks so much better. You don't have to cut off anything. Okay, so for the next tip, you can get super creative with this one. I mean, the things you can do with this is just endless. Okay, so I have a picture of Kimberly here, and let's say that I need a picture of her pointing at something, but I don't want her pointing at a clock, right? That's just a little too random. So I'm like, you know what? I want to post like a morning post with this picture, and I want her to be holding like a coffee mug, right? I am going to replace this clock with a coffee mug. So you're going to hover over your picture, click on it, make sure it's selected, go to Edit, go over to Magic Edit. Here, it's going to give you the option to brush, as in like this. I'm going to undo that because I just wanted to show you what it did. Okay, I'm going to go back to Edit. Or you can click on the image. it'll generate the different things you can click on. And I like to do the brush because here it's only giving me the circle to click on. So I'm just going to do the brush because then I can easily, and you can make the brush bigger or smaller because now I can easily click on what I need it to take away basically. Okay. So then I'm going to go here and I would recommend to be very short with your description and just very obvious. So I'm just going to say, describe your edit. Large, light, pink coffee mug that says the Go Bigger Girl. And generate. And again, it's going to generate a few options for you. Give it a few seconds. Sometimes it does take longer. It depends on what you give it. That's why I said the prompt. I feel like your prompt should be short. Okay, so here. And again, you can generate as many times, especially if you don't like this. So let's choose the first one. Okay, that looks nice. I'm not sure what it says down here. And then it has 2 O's. This one, I don't like this one. This one looks better. Okay. I'm going to generate again. Usually when I do this as well, I have to do it for about 3-4 times, and then it'll give me a really good one that I like. Okay, so here, let's click on this one. Let's see. Okay, that one seems a lot better. There's a lot of misspelling here and just weird stuff, but let's say, and this one here, I'm not liking this part of the mug. So I'm going to click on done, but I am going to show you what it gave me earlier because I wanted to show you that eventually, if you do keep clicking on generate, it will give you something that looks decent. So I'm just going to erase this one. And this is one that it gave me before that looks really good. No misspelling. It's very well centered. Her fingers look decent. It looks like she's actually holding a mug. Okay, so for this next gem that I want to show you is how to get creative with your words and the angle. And let me just show you what I mean. So I have this image to start off with, and I'm going to go over to apps. I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to type wrap, enter. And here it is. It's this bright yellow one. So this one seems like you want to make an announcement, right? So here I'm going to type in where it says text. I'm just going to write a new YouTube video or new video, just like that. Okay. And it gives you the option to choose different fonts, which for something that's like an announcement, I do want like big, bright, thick letters. So we'll keep the ones that are there. You can choose your colors. So maybe we can choose white. And then the shape. What shape do you want? It gives you a lot of different options. I want it to be coming out of what is this called? I don't know what it's called, but we want it coming out of here. Okay. So I want it to be like from small to big. So I think it's this one right here. And sure, yes, it is. So there it goes. It goes from small to the big letters. Now it gives you here the type. Do you want it to be this way, facing the left? So it gives you more options here. So I want it to be like the very first one, how it generates. There you go, this one. Now the rise. How big do you want the rise? I do want the rise to be very dramatic. So I'm just going to make it that big. Now you can see your little preview here, but if you go all the way up, you can see it way better. And I think that's all I want. That looks pretty cool right there. So I'm going to click on add to design, and there you go. Look at that. It looks amazing. Now for me, I'm just going to like tilt it a little bit more like this. I think it looks really nice. I feel like it makes your picture pop more. It catches people's eyes or attention. It looks way better than your typical, straight words, and they're all the same size. And yeah, I just think this looks really nice and it looks very dramatic. So again, it's eye-catching. Okay, so for the next one, I want to show you how to create a calendar. Now, before, I used to do it the hard way, line by line, number by number. You don't have to do that anymore. I love apps. So you're going to go to apps and you're going to type in calendar and you're going to click on calendar maker, and you just have to answer everything it's asking for. So May 2025, I wanted to start with Sunday. You can choose the header to be any type of font, bold, underline it. I want it to be in the center. You can choose a size. Let's do 20. For the header, let's do our brand color pink. Shorten labels. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but let's keep it checked. I want the numbers to be the same font, but you can choose a different font. I want the numbers to be toward the left. Shorter, let's do white. And then the background, let's see. Let's just see how this looks with these different colors that I'm going to pick. Because you can always change it around. Okay. And then, you can change a color per row. You can have a different color per row. So that's pretty cool. Add to design. Okay, that's amazing. And all you have to do, just drag it out so that you can make it bigger. And there you go. So if you're ever working on like content or scheduling your content, or you print out a calendar every month to put in your appointments or just to keep it on your desk, you don't have to do it from scratch. Like I said, I used to do this from scratch, line by line, word by word, number by number. And I'm like, no. Thank God this works or this exists, because look at that. It took me seconds to do this. So if you have to do a whole year, all you have to do is duplicate now. And there you go. You have it. And you can play around with the colors to match your brand. It's perfect and easy. Okay. So for the next one, I want to show you how to generate a QR code with this new little logo in the middle. I think it's so cool. It stands out from your typical QR with just the design, right? Okay, so I'm going to click on a new one, and we're going to go over to apps, and we're going to type in Gen QR. And it's going to be this very first one. And you're going to fill out everything that it's asking for. I saved the website for YouTube here. So I'm just going to paste it here. Choose a template. Let's go with the first one. You can move around the margins. And then the background, I want it to be white. You can change the pattern, the shape. Do you want it to be full? Do you want the color to be in a circle format? I'm going to choose, let's just choose our brand colors. And then you want the corners, circle, rounded, I believe. Let's just keep everything normal. I just want to make sure I change the colors. And then let's do black for this one. I'm going to go ahead and look at the preview. Okay, so now we need to change the other red because we want everything to be on brand. Now, let's see. Okay, and now let me go back to the preview. There you go. And I think I want to change those black into our color as well. I feel like it's standing out way too much. Okay. And then the fun part, you can go to choose file. I already have the logo saved here, and I'm going to go up here to just show you the preview, but there it is. And then I'm just going to go to add to design. And there it goes. Now you can do this for Instagram. You can do this for Facebook, your Facebook group, anything that you want to do it for. And it makes it stand out again. Then just adding, follow me at the Gold Digger Girl. This they can actually scan, and it just looks very trendy. Okay, so for the last one, let's pretend that you are marketing your product, right? And you just want to find a way to make your design, your graphic pop without having to spend too much time on it, right? So we're going to use this image, and we're going to go to easy reflection. So I'm going to go to apps. I'm going to type in reflection, and it's the one with the shoe. And because I already have this highlighted, selected, I'm going to create reflection. And again, it gives you the different options. You can do below, above, left, right. I want the image to be below because I want to place it under this image. So you can do the offset, how well you want it blended, the opacity, and then add to design. So now that I have it here, I'm going to take away the background from this, make it a little bit smaller, make sure this matches to that because it's a reflection, so it should be the same size, just around there. And here, I'm going to also remove the background. And there you go. Now it looks like there's a reflection. Again, it just makes it pop, right? And just to show you, I did this example here on how it would look in a black background. And then I did this graphic really quick. This graphic took me 2 minutes to create, literally. And it looks really nice. It looks like it's sitting on a table. It's just laying on a table right there. There's a reflection. You have your pink and bold, and it just pops rather than just having this in the middle like this, right? All right, so there you have it. If you have any questions about anything that I just showed you today, please drop them down below. I will reply to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you found all of these tips helpful. And again, keep your eye out because we do have a Canva series. We have more Canva videos coming soon. And don't forget, we also have a new video every single Wednesday and Friday. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
That's a wrap, Goal Digger. As you can see, Abby is the queen when it comes to Canva. She's taught me everything that I know, and I use these tools every single day in my business. Also, we have a special gift for you, so just look below this video. Thank you for watching. And then also subscribe. We drop new episodes every week. You can also browse our playlist below, our most popular videos. That way you can tap into all the tools that we have here. And if this was helpful, subscribe and then take a screenshot of you watching this. Put it in your stories and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl. I would love to give you a shout out for doing that. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.